Get way better local news updates anytime. Like WWAY on Facebook.
Now, here's meteorologist Stephanie Waldron with your forecast first.
Well, good morning, everybody. We're off to a beautiful and quiet start here in southeastern North Carolina. Temperatures as you head out the door are right around 60 degrees right now. 61 in Whiteville, 62 degrees in the Port City. These temperatures going to be getting into the low 80 with breezy conditions through the day. But then we have chances for rain overnight tonight and into tomorrow. I'll have all of those details coming up. Good Morning Carolina starts right now.
A 16-year-old has a really big day at the Wells Fargo Championship. Today on Good Morning Carolina, how he ended up playing a round with Phil Mickelson. And one of the holes they hit yesterday is the famed number 18, and today we've got to look at that final fairway at Eagle Point Golf Club. Plus, opioid abuse and the stigma of drug addiction. Today, a special report on one woman's fight.
Live, local, interactive. You're watching Good Morning Carolina.
Good Morning Carolina, I'm Randy Aldridge, and I'm loving some ice cream.
And I'm Stephanie Waldriff, and I am hopefully loving some ice cream right after the show is done.
They were carting it out to put in our freezer. In case you're just joining us, Bluebell ice cream is back in stores, and it is delicious as ever. It is very different ice cream, and you were saying you'd not had it before.
I don't think I have, not that I can remember, and I love me some ice cream. Like, if I could live on ice cream, I totally would, but I don't think my waistline or anything would like that.
No, but I'm having it for breakfast today. That Millennium Crunch was just delicious.
That cookies and cream has my name written all over it.
Well, they have more than 30 flavors, and they're teasing new flavors today on all their social media platforms, so make sure you follow them and try to figure out what that new one's going to be.
Very excited.
Of course, the other big news, what have we been talking about?
The Wells Fargo Championship every day this week.
That's right. Today is the big day. The first round of competition begins in just moments at the Wells Fargo Championship, and our very own Ashley Sturm is on the course. Let's check in with her and see what it's like out there. Ashley?
Randy, what a beautiful morning here at Eagle Point Golf Club. It is absolutely gorgeous, and this place is just come alive within the last half hour. Now, we are a few minutes away from the earliest tee times of the day. The first round of competition, of course, gets off at 6:50. And we've been talking a lot about golf, but the Wells Fargo Championship goes far beyond that. And I think some teenagers are going to be talking so much about their experience here at the championship. You might want to call it like the golden ticket of the Wells Fargo Championship. This is pretty neat. One teenager from the First Tee program yesterday had the chance of a lifetime here at Eagle Point. He got to play a whole round of golf with none other than lefty Phil Mickelson. This is so amazing. 16-year-old Jerry Jones Jr. won Wells Fargo's 2017 Succeeding Together essay contest. A panel of judges from the First Tee program selected his essay to win, and the championship says with a 3 handicap, Jones is also a pretty good golfer.
I had to write about, I think it's their mentors and who they look up to, and the core values of the First Tee program and how it has helped them.
The championship says Jones actually got to pick which golfer he wanted to play with, and that, of course, was Mickelson. But Jones wasn't the only lucky kid here at the golf course. About 24 kids from the First Tee of Greater Wilmington spent the afternoon caddying for players in the Wells Fargo Championship yesterday. Mickelson had Grace Holcomb for his caddy, and Jayla Rogers got to caddy for North Carolina Webb Simpson. Now, former Governor Pat McCrory was out here yesterday on the greens playing some golf during the last day of practice rounds, and we caught up with him. He says he is excited to be back in Wilmington for this event, and he's got his eye on the players with North Carolina ties like Webb Simpson. Now, for the former governor left office, you might remember, in January after losing the race to Democrat Roy Cooper, and we talked to him about so much more than golf. You can see that full interview on our website, wwaytv3.com. Now, it's something that everybody has been talking about going with the Wells Fargo Championship besides golf, and that, of course, is traffic. When we came in this morning, there wasn't much traffic or any traffic at all to report. More people are expected here today as the first round of tournament play does tee off. But it sounds like from the past couple of days that they've got a lot of those traffic problems taken care of. Just leave a few minutes early if you are going anywhere this morning, you're driving through this area, especially if you are coming out here to the Wells Fargo Championship, and just be patient. Randy, I'll check back in with you in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Ashley. Turning to some news this morning, the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office has issued an Amber Alert for a missing 15-year-old girl. Cassidy Ann Bottoms is a white young girl about 5'1", 114 pounds with black hair and hazel eyes. She was last seen wearing a black tube top, palm tree leggings, and black shoes. Now, officials believe there are two abductors, Deshaun Towns and Joffe Cutler. Towns is a black man about 5'11" with black hair and brown eyes, and he wears glasses. Cutler's also a black man about 5'8" with black hair and brown eyes. Officials are on the lookout for a silver 2010 Nissan Altima with North Carolina tags BBP4246. If you do know anything, call police. Wilmington is the #1 city in the country for opioid abuse, and that's not a good statistic. What many may not know, however, is that while fighting the epidemic, addicts are fighting the stigma surrounding the problem. It's been more than a year since Iris Baker's 40-year-old daughter Zoe died of a heroin overdose. She'd been in and out of treatment centers for years, and after 5 years after being clean, Zoe still could not find a job, nor could she sign a lease. Her mother says Zoe just couldn't handle the rejection.
The day she died, March 23, 2016, I saw her at 4 p.m. She was very depressed again, and her words to me were, "Mom, all the rejection has gotten to me."
Tonight at 11, hear more from Baker about what led to her daughter's addiction, plus a recovering addict who says she is also fighting that stigma one day at a time. Still to come today, what did we miss? Look for a story on a florist. Well, let's call it a pretty bad way of getting flowers.
And your bus stop forecast for today. Temperatures are in the 60s heading out the door, and then as you get into the rest of the day, those winds are going to be picking up. I'll have all the details on this and a look at our rain chances coming up after the break.
Operation Gridlock Traffic Update, driven by D&E Mitsubishi. Come see the new 2017 Outlander Sport.
If you're heading out to the Wells Fargo Championship from the Wilmington area, you're going to be late for the first tee time. It's happening any minute now, but the roads are looking clear. Even if we look back down Highway 17 and Market Street towards Eagle Point, everybody's taking those shuttles. Everything looks just fine. Let's find out from Stephanie how the weather's going to be for those players today.
Now, here's meteorologist Stephanie Waldron with your Storm Track 3 forecast.
A beautiful, gorgeous start to the day here. Looking out of our Stevenson Skyview camera right now, this is out at Charlotte Point. Clear skies, a couple fair weather cumulus clouds. Overall, though, a beautiful, beautiful day to start off with. We will, though, be seeing things change just a little bit as we head into the afternoon. Temperatures right now are in the low 60s across much of the region. Wind speeds still light, coming from the northeast, east-northeast, about 5 to 10 miles an hour now as we head throughout the rest of the afternoon. These are going to be cranking up. We'll be seeing sustained wind speeds about 15 to 20 miles an hour, gusts of up to 30 miles an hour. So here's the setup. High pressure moving off the north coast, and then we start to see this low pressure system. This is going to be moving into our area, making those clouds move in here this afternoon, and then also some rain showers and thunderstorms overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. But then as the morning goes on tomorrow, we'll see some clearing, and by the afternoon, actually maybe even some sunshine, but we will be noticing a difference in our temperatures as we head into the weekend. So here's a look at our Pinpoint Futurecast forecast model. Today we're starting off with clear skies. It's beautiful out there. We'll see those clouds roll in here as we head into the afternoon. An isolated shower cannot be ruled out, but overall here as we head into the afternoon, things are going to be staying dry and windy. Gusts of up to 30 miles an hour coming from the southeast. Not the best golf weather, but it's going to be better than tomorrow morning's golf weather. And we can see that here on this model. Those rain showers start to push in overnight. This is at 3:30. They stick around throughout those morning hours. This is at 7:30, and then throughout the late morning hours, that system finally starts to roll out. By our noon show, I think things are really going to start to calm down, and then for the afternoon, we start to see some clearing, maybe even some sunshine. Still breezy though behind that system. Then Saturday night or Friday night into Saturday, those temperatures actually going to be falling down into the low 50s and then warming into the low 70s for Saturday's high. So it's going to be about 10 degrees cooler than it has been. So while it's not cold, it's going to feel a little bit cooler. But our severe weather risk, we are in a marginal risk. That means an isolated severe storm. So I'm not expecting a huge severe weather outbreak, but we could be seeing some gusty showers roll through and some heavier rainfall. Our ground is pretty saturated from the rain that we got last week. So standing water, maybe a couple areas of flooding, that can't be ruled out, especially on tomorrow morning's commute. So for today, low 80s are expected. Those clouds are on the increase. Gusty winds, though, gusting up to 30 miles an hour. Overnight, it's going to be wet. You might wake up to a few rumbles of thunder. Isolated severe storm cannot be ruled out. And your 7-day forecast here showing that chance for rain tonight into tomorrow, but then things dry out and cool down for the weekend.
And all week, we've been giving you previews of the holes on the course of the Wells Fargo Championship. Let's send it back out to Ashley for a look at hole number 18.
Randy, they are just minutes away from starting the competition, and we are taking a look at the last hole, hole 18, 580 yards, par 5.
Hole number 18. This par 5 at 580 yards has the potential to provide some drama on Sunday afternoon. It is reachable in 2 shots for the long hitters. The hole generally plays into the wind. A drive down the left side of the fairway will catch a slope and gain some extra roll. Trying to hit this green is a great risk-reward shot. The green will be difficult to hit as it is protected by a pond on the right and a greenside bunker short left. If a player chooses to lay up, he must avoid trees on the left and the pond on the right. Missing this green long is also a tough up and down as the green slopes away from the player toward the pond.
Go Championship this weekend, we have got you covered. We are carrying live third and final round coverage Saturday and Sunday on WWAY CBS. We are also going to have live coverage tonight starting at noon and then at 5, 6, and 7. Randy, back to you.
And that hole number 18, just so you know, it starts from one of the highest points in New Hanover County and slopes down and curves, and the whole thing curves toward a water hazard, and you have to get around sand. It is crazy.
Wow.
I would spend hours trying to get down that fairway.
I just won't even try. We'll just stay here.
Yes, exactly. All right, well, speaking of Eagle Point, let's go ahead now and get to the Good Morning Carolina trivia answer.
Good Morning Carolina Trivia, sponsored by New Earth Motors.
And next year, the Wells Fargo Championship will not be here. It will return to Charlotte and Quail Hollow. It's a PGA Tour event, of course. This year, the PGA Championship is at Quail Hollow, so currently they are in prep mode for that event. Good luck to them. Well, up next, Wills Maxwell is back with What Did We Miss?, including why some cat owners are nervous about someone with a set of clippers.
Clouds are on the increase as we head throughout the day, along with our temperatures going to be getting into the low 80s once again. Gusty winds gusting up to 30 miles an hour here come the afternoon. Then showers and thunderstorms expected overnight.
Well, get ready for this. Somebody is shaving random cats in Virginia, and a teacher is telling his students to use aggression. Here's Wills Maxwell with What Did We Miss?
How goes it? I'm Wills Maxwell, and this is What Did We Miss? This is the segment where I tell you the stories WWAY isn't talking about, which means this week I can literally tell you about anything that isn't the Wells Fargo Championship. By the way, be sure to tune in for our live coverage of the Wells Fargo Championship at noon, 5, 6, and 7. Citizens in Waynesboro, Virginia are on edge due to a vigilante cat shaver. Up to 7 pet cats have returned home with their underbellies shaved. Now, I won't pretend that Waynesboro is a hotbed of entertainment, but I'm certain this person could use a new hobby. I'm just imagining a bored person sitting on their stoop, fiddling with a razor, and then a cat with a collar walks by, and a smile forms on their face. Cops aren't sure how to approach the case of the feline barber of Fleet Street. Here's the thing. It it's not really a crime. It's like telling someone who's only seen the movie all the reasons the book is better. It's not against the law, but can you stop it? I feel like I did a pretty good job understanding the intricacies of Edward and Bella's romance despite not seeing it in prose. We now turn to New Jersey, where a flower shop owner has been caught regularly stealing flowers from a nearby cemetery. So if you're in the Pequannock Township area and you're wondering why the happy anniversary bouquet you bought has an I miss you sash around it, now you know. Linda Wingate was caught on surveillance video sneaking into the cemetery with the world's least fuel-efficient getaway vehicle. The florist is saying that she was only cleaning up the grave sites of people she knew. So basically her defense is no one ever told her that the stuff people lovingly lay on tombstones is not litter. She's been charged with theft of movable property, which is in contrast to all those people who try to steal mountains. Folks, I feel like I normally do a pretty decent job summarizing these stories for you, but for this next one, I already know that I can't tee it up better than WUSA's Michael Quander.
It was meant to relieve stress, but a so-called smash space at Kensington Park would have some parents questioning their principal's decision.
The weird thing is, that's how he starts all of his stories. An elementary school principal in Maryland set up a stress relief area where teachers could grab a bat and beat up a rocking chair like it owes them homework. The principal got the idea after reading about stress techniques in the workplace. What she was not counting on was parents not wanting their kids to be around adults who feel the need to hulk out a few times a day. While hitting things might seem soothing, some studies actually show acting aggressively makes you more aggressive. It's why boxers aren't known for their zen. Think about it. In the 90s, we watched Mike Tyson knock a different dude out each week. Did it make him more relaxed? No. Eventually, he just graduated to athletic cannibalism. It wasn't until after he stopped punching people that he calmed down and became the Tyson we know now, who does one-man plays and voices cartoon characters. The principal has apologized for the smashed place and called it a mistake. So there you have it. If you're a teacher and you find yourself constantly teaching children with limited resources, disciplining them, arguing with parents over whether their child needs to be disciplined, trying to keep up with a mandated curriculum, and all for an insultingly low salary, then I suggest you find a different way to blow off that steam. I'm Wills Maxwell, and that's what we missed.
Thanks for joining us for your Thursday morning. Of course, what we've been talking about all day is the Wells Fargo Championship. It is underway this morning. Shuttles, of course, are the only way to get there. They run from the Spot Festival location in Hampstead and also downtown Wilmington on Harnett Street near PPD. If you park downtown, some decks will be free for ticket holders starting today and going through Sunday. There is a free trolley from those locations to that transportation hub.
Operation Gridlock Traffic Update, driven by D&E Mitsubishi. Come see the new 2017 Outlander Sport.
And a real quick look at the roads. Everywhere is looking clear, including the city of Wilmington. We're not seeing any slowdowns at all. Want to let you know what's happening. If you head towards Eagle Point this morning, those shuttles are doing what they're supposed to do. Roads are looking completely clear. Stephanie?
Thank you, Randy. We're off to a great start here. Temperatures are in the low 60s across southeastern North Carolina, and we'll be warming into the low 80s through the rest of the day. But we've got a system here that's sitting out to our west, and that's going to be moving through overnight tonight and into tomorrow, bringing with it the chance for some showers and some thunderstorms. Now, while the threat for severe weather is low, it is still there. We are under a marginal risk for severe weather. That means that we could be seeing an isolated severe storm. Best chance for that is going to be overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. So make sure to download the WWAY weather app so you can get those warnings sent right to your phone. Biggest threat looking to be those wind speeds. So let's take a look here at your 7-day forecast. Today our temperatures are going to be nice, but those winds are not going to be. We're going to be seeing gusts of up to 30 miles an hour. Then overnight Thursday into Friday, those showers and thunderstorms could be dropping about an inch of rain. So even though they're not severe, lightning and rain could cause for a delay on Friday for the Wells Fargo Championship. Something to keep in mind, but then we'll be seeing dry and cool weather for the weekend. Now let's send it out to Ashley to check in about the Wells Fargo Championship.
Thanks, Stephanie. It is a beautiful morning here at Eagle Point Golf Club. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to thank you for that weather. We've been out here all morning watching the sunrise, and people are slowly starting to come in. As you can see behind me, the golfers are starting to warm up. They've been doing that for about a half hour now. And the first tee time was just a few minutes ago, so Tournament play should be underway as we speak. I know number 1 in the world, Dustin Johnson, is supposed to tee off for his first round of competition play in about an hour, so look for that. We are going to be out here all morning and all day. Make sure to join me back here at noon. I'm going to be live, and then our own Hannah Patrick and Dustin Dorsey will be out here for our later shows. We are having so much fun. If you do come out to the Wells Fargo Championship, make sure to give yourself a little bit extra time. You know, traffic has been good the past couple of days, but even more people are expected now that the tournament is officially underway, so we could see more traffic. Do not forget about that downtown location. And if you miss anything from our Wells Fargo Championship coverage, you can find that on our website. Other than that, you guys have a great day, and I'll see you today at noon.